Alright guys, what's up? We got another Super Mario 64 70-star Division 1 League match coming at you right now. It is, of course, Dwhatever and benji64 going head-to-head. I am here with Shantastic. How are you?
I am quite well. Dwhatever looking quite fresh, having just left the commentary booth about 7 hours into the future, actually a week into the future.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Yep, right now he is going against Benji. He is second in the league. Also, the obvious world record holder for 70-star. Pretty nuts. 47.08 with a missed throw. He's still grinding for that 46. I bet he'll get it. So right now he is in the hottest form anyone's ever been. Meanwhile, on the other hand, yeah, we got Benji, who's like 5th place actually, coming up. Young guy. Got a 48. Plays on GameCube and is generally the underdog, but he has a lot of 70. I think he has a good shot if Dwhatever makes too many mistakes. So like it should be a walk in the park for D, but this will be a fun match to see for just like the little like both German speaking player rivalry and just see how far Benji can do. Or I guess I don't know what I'm saying, but like Benji's a hot person to watch.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a real exciting race. Dwhatever, I would say, I think there's a strong argument to make that he is the most consistent player active right now. He's trying to get more consistent at getting like a 47 every day, and I kind of admire that. But I would say definitely between him and Punkation, probably like the two most consistent players right now in the 70-star league. Oftentimes you'll have the situation where you have a player who has a world record, but isn't necessarily the best for marathons because they get that by grinding for hours and hours and always manage to get like a really good run. But I think that Dwhatever has gotten to the point for sure where he's pretty consistently getting locking in like 48s and at least 49s.
But Benji here, he went for Island Hop. He was trying to go all out to beat Dwhatever here, missed it. Dwhatever went for Bomb Clip, got it back to Bomb Clip as well. So a little bit faster than what Benji was able to do here. Medium bomb, missing the star, bomb blowing up in his face. Not the greatest bomb clip either. But he had a good Island Hop setup. He got the first D. He was on the edge. He just missed the dive. So, well, the jump dive. He probably would have made it. So you can kind of see on his face, he's a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, that's really rough. Going for Island Hop is a super swag strat. I love seeing it, but very difficult to miss it because at that point you're just like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? Because you just kind of lost time for no reason.
Definitely, and we got the slides. Dwhatever not getting such a good one. Benji might be able to save some time here. I'm thinking maybe 12-7.
Yeah, sure, I'll go with that too.
Hey.
And I was just joking to Dwhatever about how I got my first 12s this week, and now anytime someone gets over 13, I like scoff and call them an amateur. So if you're listening to this, Dwhatever, step your game up, okay?
There you go. You've heard it from the man.
Yeah, from the SM64 god. Now we've got Dwhatever going here for cannonless. Commentator just going to breeze by without letting anyone know what his PB is. And a clean cannonless texture setup coming out from Dwhatever.
Yeah, pretty fast setup as well. Benji, is he going to go for it? Nope, ledge grab. So playing it a bit safer here, but definitely looks to be on the right position. And got that one. Dwhatever's been, you know, really good in all his races. Sometimes he's lost some hot paces in Tippy and like just at the end of the run. But he's gone off to so many great beginnings without doing Island Hop or anything too crazy. He just is rock solid. Whomps is his playground as well. It's really hard to beat Whomps or beat D and Whomps, even though Benji is a really high-level Whomps player. Might be a bit too much of like a resetting phenomenon in that case, but it is worth mentioning. Dwhatever is just the best, even though Benji is pretty good. He punches above his weight, but Dwhatever is still above that. I'm making that pro cycle here and hitting the Prana. That's good blue coin RNG. He's so fast in the dive too. He didn't have to do any extra air strafing. Alright, basic island movement here. Benji also coming up here. Full pro cycle. Getting that wall kick. So might be going head to head with Dwhatever strat wise. Really good movement as well. Benji is quite hot on this 100 coin. Ooh, a little bit of a sketchy single jump there. Missed some coins, but he's okay. Actually, no, I think he has to get an extra. Yeah, box it is. Alright, there we go. Dwhatever. Going on to the easier half of Whomps now. You got the Cannonless Owless 100 coin out of the way. The rest of them, pretty solid. I think Dwhatever is keeping it nice and comfy from here on out in the first major stage. Oh, Benji going for a little gymnastics on the top of the tree. It looks like he wanted to go for the single jump wild blue, so losing some time there, even though it's a really short star. He lost like a few seconds. And Dwhatever here, battling the Whomp. All good. So he's looking to be maybe 15-20 seconds ahead right now. Benji hasn't made any huge mistakes like, you know, missing Cannonless or falling off on 100 coin. But the few mistakes that he has made, Dwhatever has just used to his advantage.
Yeah, really something to see. This play at this caliber, there's absolutely no forgiveness for those small mistakes. And Dwhatever just continuing on through. He's going to be hitting top of the fortress. Probably going to be seeing a double jump strat here. Oh no, he goes for triple jump. Wow. I'm surprised actually. That seems like a muscle memory thing that he would opt to switch up.
Yeah, I think it's just such a hard strat that he doesn't mind compromising there, when pretty much he does every other strat in the book. But I guess that one in particular, it's not really worth losing time on to save like 0.3 or 0.4.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he has been using triple jump in his runs today, because he was having some trouble with it.
Benji was going for it though. That's what you would have expected to see from Dwhatever. They're going for that double jump. He actually hit the corner of the fortress, which is part of what makes it so difficult. Like, you can get plenty of height on the double jump, but it's like you have to have such a good angle to make it to ledge grab. So yeah, Benji was narrowly unable to get it.
Looks like a 12-5 from Dwhatever, taking my advice and stepping it up. Good to see he's listening to the commentary.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he'll get a 47 in the race.
Indeed. Pretty optimized flying. Yeah, nice little 12-6. Very well done from both players. For the most part.
Roll out. Nice job for D. Very stylish.
Flying onto the switch, no easy feat flying. Certainly one of the steepest skill curves, and a very high skill ceiling. There is a universe of difference between even like a 5th or 6th place runner doing these wing caps versus, say, Cheese, who has hyper optimized these levels.
I don't know. I think it depends on the person. I would say if you want to say someone like 20th, 30th, like the average like D2 player, I would say yes. But among the top runners, like, no one has a perfect wing cap every time. So I think the variance is pretty overlapping. I know we're having such a interesting argument here where Dwhatever is in a stage that's very easy to die on, probably takes precedence over color commentary. But he is maybe going for Zaya. He is. Okay. Missed the red coin.
Oh, missed the red coin. Gonna have to go for Shake here.
2 long jumps here. Barely gonna make that one. It's pretty scary. If you miss your side flip, you miss that ledge grab, you will die and put Benji way in the lead. I know double firsties either. So Benji can make up time here. This is a great opportunity for him.
Yeah, pretty crazy though that he can miss that red, have to go back for it, still hit that Shigeru. It's like,
I guess technically it was Shig, but yeah.
yeah, it was technically Shig. So we're gonna see Benji also hit what seems like a Shig.
Yep. Nice side flip wall kick there. Slower than double firsties, marginally faster than the whatever's double wall kicks without any firsties. I guess it is just a more reliable way to do it if you really want to. So it doesn't save anything, but Benji did make up time overall across the stage.
Indeed, and you're going to be headed here into Bob-omb Battlefield, the source of his first time save against Benji, of course, having not gone for the island hop and just sticking to the original Whomp's 9 strat. And going to be cleaning up the star in its proper marathon place.
Smooth flying up here to the box, check. And little ground pound, cheeky grab. That's a pretty interesting star for, like you said, someone who's good at flying will do that star much better. And you actually do have to kind of study the arc to know how to do it properly. It's very easy to like pull up too quickly and then just kind of glide at a low speed. You really want to like shoot up under the box and almost touch the island, but like not really. So it's really hard to do perfectly, and not many people can, I suppose. Like, that wasn't bad from Benji, but it wasn't like extreme flying 2K25.
Yeah, there's a lot of optimization that can go into like those 4 or 5 seconds that you spend just triple jumping and then flying there, including even the way that you kick up the ramp. That in itself is an optimization of its own.
Yep. Alright, Dwhatever. Already done with wall kicks will work. Very short star. 9-ish seconds. Benji entering Cuckoo Mountain. So still a nice 20-ish second lead for Denner. And going for 100 coin without the penguin. Oh no, Benji's gonna fall down. Can he make it?
Oh,
yes,
he gets it. Okay.
That was so close. When he backflipped, he hit Z like on accident. I don't know what came over him there. He ground pounded, hit the slope. If you haven't played the game, there's flat ground and there's a slope, and as soon as you touch it, you butt slide or belly slide if that's the way you're facing. So Benji had to like just hold forward and pray, and he was able to make it. So even though he lost time, he's lucky not to die.
Looking so calm and collected while doing it too. And looks like Dwhatever is nice and clean, 99 coin slide.
Yeah. Star spawn sync roughly. But he's gonna wrap that one up. Gonna be doing the penguin last. Benji, I don't think he'll race the penguin because he likes to do Tomoplus. He really goes hard on the strats. A lot of times to his own detriment, so we'll see what he goes for.
Yep, looks like it.
Oh, messed up his camera. Good adjustment to kick over the coin. If you kick, you won't grab the tree, which is why he did that.
And we are going to be seeing a slide coming out from Benji, and Dwhatever going to clean up here in CCM. Benji doing a great job of keeping up with the pace of his opponent. Of course, is waiting on Dwhatever to make some kind of a mistake that he can capitalize on. But of course, D is notoriously consistent, especially going up until that tippy area. Did lose quite a few runs to basement today, so we're going to see if that factors in. Commentator pretending this match was not played a week ago.
That's true. I want to say that for Dwhatever, a 13-11 exit was not with Island Hop. And if you do like Tsukishima Cycle Island Hop, you can get like just under 13 minutes, like 12:55-ish. So like Dark Road was his biggest mistake, and that wasn't much at all. So this run is really hot. Benji is playing pretty much as well as you would expect, like a few little things. He hasn't really given the run away though. He tried to go for Island Hop, that sent him back. And other than that, he's been playing at a pretty decent pace. We'll have to see if he messes up in basement, like you said. What did you say?
Just rocking the long jump here. Nothing. Pretty casual for D, and it is, you know, that you're in trouble when your opponent, the biggest mistake your opponent makes is losing a half a cycle in Dark World. But Benji, of course, if anyone is capable of keeping up that pace and
It's
capitalizing
Punkei.
on that moment, it is Punkei. But also Benji is a formidable and very consistent player, so definitely do not count him out.
He also uses a GameCube controller, so unlike Punkei, respecting the moderator's decisions concerning rules of the game, but not cheating. Or that wasn't even the right way to go, but I was basically saying that he uses a GameCube controller without cheating.
Indeed, Benji using the best controller for running Mario 64. Commentator
the balance
kind of
board?
spark. Oh, I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. The second best controller for Mario 64.
Okay.
And Benji gonna head up here with a punch strat, playing a little safe, not a huge deal. And we're gonna be
So
seeing double pillows come out here.
alright, another big bomb. Oh, bad angle. He's gonna have to save this by going up the side of the pillar, and he's gonna get. Oh, he barely survived. He was about to fall off there into the quicksand. He's
A little bit
missing
too
the
late to
bird.
get the Talon.
Decided to go for a Talon, and then realized he couldn't make it. You can see it on his face. He's like, "Oh, I'm just a bit confused. What happened there?" Got shining top the pyramid. Definitely lost some time, and Benji's heading down to crowd MIPS.
Indeed,
So
and that's a
if you
lot
ever-
of time. That's the biggest time loss that he has had this race.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see how the second attempt goes. He will continue to do Tama, not too surprising.
Yeah, great angle this time. A little hesitation to get in there. You might. Okay, you can save that one, but that's still going to be a huge time loss. Has to wait for the bird over here. He was right there, able to get in, and he just did not have the right angle. He actually went a bit too high before ground pounding. So you usually want to like get through the clipped part. That was really fast from Benji. That was an insane entry to the pyramid.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be done. Do whatever is trying to keep his angle and ended up overshooting.
I have to say, I know that Dwhatever has a lot of game knowledge. He's been playing this game a long time, but I'm not a fan of the way he's routed these stars. I feel like that Talon star was a little suboptimal. But he's going to be retaking this Tama.
I'm
And
guessing
that was
you're
nice and
good.
quick. Benji.
Oh,
And
that was-
Benji
caught him
takes
with
that
the-
time and gives it right back. So, yeah, looks like Dwhatever got one more pillowless to go, and Benji also one more pillowless, but two more stars beyond that as well.
Really, no one
interesting.
else tries to do it that way, but I guess he's learned the angles, so to each his own. Now they're both doing secrets. Oh, Benji getting a bit squished. Dwhatever might be able to catch up here on the sand street alone, or the sand stream. There's not really a proper name for this, but the sand waterfall over there at the end, grabbing the star with a long jump instead of a rollout saves a bit of time. So he is still up a couple stars. 24 to 22. Benji's death did not help him. He was able to claw his way back in a little bit, but that death really set him back to where he was before.
For sure. I'm just trying to think of the best words to describe that.
Oh, do whatever burn.
I guess a sand shoot and do whatever with a little burn there. Or sand egress, even.
Okay.
But either way, Benji got one more star to go still. Still has to do Shining atop the pyramid. He has failed Pillowless once, I believe, but that was a death, so he did not get to back it up.
Yeah, it's about a minute lead for D here. Triple jump wing cap. This is a really cool strat to see. He lost a bit of speed on the speed kick. Speed kicks are hard in this game, and the reason it's so important is it depends or determines how much speed you start flying with. So if you're trying to get a good X cam, you have to have like a nearly perfect speed kick. All right, Benji, nicer reds than Dwhatever for sure. Let's check out this lava
Absolutely.
boost. He's probably not going to go for a pro boost. Okay. He's keeping it safe. This is one other area where he doesn't push it too hard. In runs, he does do pro boost. But I think in races, it's not really worth it for him.
Yeah, and Dwhatever does belong to the camp that finds long jump boost to be extremely easy, so definitely is willing to switch to it on a whim.
Here comes Benji, though. Pro boost attempt. Oh, he's missed
and he
it,
misses
though.
it.
Okay.
But manages to avoid death, so he can back this up with an elevator boost, nice and easy.
You say nice and easy, but it's always a bit of a monk when you have to back up the start, because the fire spinner up there, and then also
Don't know
nailing
the
that
cycle.
rollout on the tiny stone if you want to do it that way and not go all the way up to the top.
Yeah, for sure. That fire spinner especially, you have no idea what the cycle is going to be, and that's kind of the situation where your regular movement, sometimes you've got to adapt that, and you've got to do it super on the fly. Looks like Benji going to be retaking lava boost. Toot sweet.
Alright, he's sticking to his guns, though. Can he get it done? Oh, he was up there, but not going to stick the landing. He's handling it pretty well. He's not looking too affected, but that's got to be frustrating. He will spawn back in the volcano. He is going for broke 3 attempts at pro lava boost. He's made it the 3rd time. And a sick ending. Oh, he's going for the long jump into the second rock.
Honestly, to read a little between the lines, I have known Benji to kind of be really kind of lighthearted and playful about his errors. So when I see him reacting pretty neutrally, I'm glad he's not letting it affect his mentality too much. But it always seems like a bit of frustration and Dwhatever. Oh my goodness. He manages to boost back up onto the elevator. That is no easy feat either.
Alright, good ending. He's really struggling in basement, like you said. Despite this being a week ago, he probably had some leftover struggles from this morning. And
yeah,
kind of lucky to make it out without any meltdowns beyond what happened on Plus.
Yeah, it's really rough for Benji because there's nothing worse than trying to play as consistently as you can in order to keep up with your opponent until they make a mistake, only to make the same mistakes that your opponent makes, only harsher.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Because there's not much that you can really expect if you're Benji, because you can't just decide to play consistently, and he's able to save that somehow.
Oh my god. Saves and speedrunning from Benji.
What a young legend.
Indeed. I think it's honestly only a matter of time before we see someone like Benji joining the 47 club.
Can he make it? Can he make it? Barely. Okay.
Oh, okay. And he's going to head
I really hope Benji does some 120 instead of going for 47. A bit of editorializing here from the commentator booth, but I'd say pushing 70 until you're literally treating it like a 16 run is not very optimal for your own improvement as a player. Benji has pretty much like been a 70 lifer from the start, but he has done 120. True. He is like transitioning over to being more well-rounded, so we'll see how that goes.
He is in the 48 club. Would love to see him join like the 141 club as well.
If you have a 48, 141 is free. You've heard it here from Fantastic, who I take everything with every single grain of salt in the universe because he would never tell a joke.
Indeed. I just would love to see him, you know, come into 120 star and join as many clubs as he can, you know. There's nothing like collecting clubs, which you can do in Golf Clash. Go to onyx.tv/speedrun and collect a nice big array of clubs.
I had to tip my hat to that one. I was out of left field. Sadly, there's no baseball clash, but I was really in awe of that joke. So
home run clash.
Yeah, really hit that one out of the park. So Benji is still like 2 stars behind. Dwhatever is going into Fire C now, looking to be on 48 pace still. Not going to get like a 47 or some other insane kind of Fire C exit here. Might be like a high 25. which if you want to think of it in 30-second increments, since this is about halfway through the run, a 25 is, you know, about halfway there to a 48. Like a mid 27 is like 49, or no, mid 26, 49, high 26, 50, and so on and so forth. So he can still clean it up upstairs and get a really good time. This is just such an early lava boost. Had to slow down to not actually bonk his head. I think he did slow down a little bit on purpose. And 2 wall kicks. Let's see if he goes for the side flip ending. This saves about half a second. And he's definitely early enough to go for it. Oh, that's not really going to save him the time. He's able to get the pull grab. But if you side flip down right, he just side flip down. You can jump off it pretty much instantly and hit the star.
Indeed, but we're going to be headed into the Bowser throw here. Benji picking up these manta ray stars. Looks like without incident. If you hit that first hoop, the rest of them are fairly free, unless you happen to get...
Alright, Benji finishing up the manta star as he finishes up throw. Looks like it's going to be a 25-42. So still, I would say it's possible for him to 47. Like, obviously, his sum best is like a 46-20, so it's definitely within possibility if he plays like at a world record level, which is obviously how he plays a lot of the time because he has a world record. But
Benji's moving so fast here. He barely got on that pole before jumping. Like, that was the absolute earliest.
Yeah, this is... I didn't really catch the beginning, but definitely early for Lava Boost. Can he maybe equalize the ending or maybe do one better? Going for the long jumps, so this is kind of interesting. Oh, he's hit by the fire! That's so tragic. I don't really see anyone go for the 2 long jumps in that kind of fashion. I suppose that's why.
That's a very scary doing that dive there.
Whatever, bad point on the Skeeter. Barely got that blue coin, but still keeping it together. Benji falling down onto the pole. Lost a bit of time there on the ending. It really sucks that the fire was in his way because he was on really hot pace, at least for the stage. Alright, Dwhatever. Nice job avoiding the amp.
But now wants to make sure he gets at least some semblance of decent RNG on these boxes and on that Chuckya. Has missed the coin, so does not want to be missing anything.
Yeah, and he's still going for that signature lag reduction. We'll see if he does it on the Chuckya as well. When you don't have a coin to miss, it's very scary. Going for it, Markham, see up.
Yeah, you want to be seeing those coins, but Dwhatever just saying, you know what, I care more about saving as much time as possible. Very, very brave play.
2 brave, 5 me, MLG, 360 no scopes.
Indeed, 6 fast, 9 furious, and Benji going to be heading out of Fire Sea here and going up to join Dwhatever in Wet Dry World, and might actually see the inside of a level before Dwhatever leaves it, which is probably a good thing.
Yep.
In all fairness, of course, basement can be fairly quick, especially Dire Docks and Fire Sea. So once we're getting to like more long form levels like Wet Dry World and TTM, probably not going to seem quite so far ahead as he does now.
Yeah, that was a really good elevator star here. Did the jump kick onto the circular slope? Yeah, Benji did not get that one.
Just gonna back it up
for this. Kind of interesting. He wants to go for this star. He just got here, but that's kind of like the freebie. People usually do it at the end. Dwhatever, second triple jump wall kick, gonna nail that one. Come up here, really good triple jump dives. There's like no dust here. He also goes for a jump and ground pound without a double jump. Usually people do a short hop to the star platform, then jump and ground pound again. Dwhatever just kind of goes for a bit of a big boy jump right to the box. Benji also doing the double jump kick, but not going to get it. Second try. I guess he did that before, but doing the box break triple. So at least he's familiar with all the shots in the book and going for it without even stopping. No neutral, straight and drive. That was really impressive.
Benji's on a mission here. He knows he's behind. He's got to pull out as many big stops as he can. So his backups are probably going to be extremely brave. No fear involved. At the very, very worst, he wants to get as many points in this race as possible. But I don't think he's giving up anywhere soon.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten a lot better with his mentality. And another triple jump wall kick success for Benji. This is really good to see. Obviously, he does this kind of strat and runs, but if there was anything to bury him in Wet Jar World, it would be the triple jump wall kicks, because they can really set you back. Because they don't save much, and they're very risky.
Nice lag reduction and ledge grab skip from Dwhatever.
Yeah.
Not too hard when you play at this level, but one of those things that every now and then can hit you. Oh, Benji flubbing a little, going for that double box breaker, but gonna pick it up on the re-kick.
You know, to invoke the fast food metaphors, I would say this might be like a Whopper Jr. You know, not necessarily the greatest. That wasn't even a good metaphor. Commentator gonna fire himself, but Benji gonna go up here, getting all the coins at least. He has one to spare. Barely missed the amp. Wow, I'm impressed. They've both been able to dodge this sucker, and somehow Benji's missed a few more coins. The Hippo, the double combo. The fireball could have added insult to injury, but at least the coins are there.
Yeah. That's the part that I was really scared of, which is funny because getting flipped loses way more time than actually missing too many coins. But for some reason, pretty much we all tend to tunnel vision on those coins.
Yeah, when you see someone miss the double jump, you're like, at least for me, you feel their pain because they have no idea what they're gonna have to react to if you don't get them all at the start. Like, who knows if you'll get them at all? Benji did have a little bit of like universal justice, like, you know, God dealt him a tough hand, but then, you know, was a little bit forgiving. So we'll see if that kind of trend continues. Dwhatever's already through with THI, so like as you said earlier, Benji is not going to be able to get in THI before Dwhatever leaves. It's such a short stage. So looking to be about 2 minutes behind now. Dwhatever is still just trucking along. Nice breezes to begin Tall Mountain.
Followed by a swag punch there.
Yeah, he's got the wind in the sails here. And Benji, THI, secrets, tough star, a lot of BS that can happen, especially toward the end like this. Can he make it up? Barely.
Gets the backup, which I refer to as my primary strat. Dwhatever with some clean reds movement. Okay, a interesting take on the TTM Reds. Good backup. Nice and clean ending to that. Dwhatever gives us a thumbs down because of that unfortunate wall kick in the middle, but overall pretty clean.
Yeah, if it's not 23, it's not good for me. Is his motto. He has that above his bedroom door. He looks at it every day, and if he has a bad TTM Reds in a run, you know, he won't leave his room again until he practices and gets it 20 times in a row.
Yeah, I know. This is a guy who gets his second world record and then later on in a Discord call is like, no, I don't think I'm that good at this game.
The only actual good person at this game is Zaya and Tass. Tass is really good, though.
True. I think Miko is getting up there too. Pretty much anyone who's done carpetless in real time. So yeah.
Oh, Adam Pass getting the shaft here, but Adam Pass is also Tass's alter ego, so I don't think we're being rude at all.
Yeah, I think that's a kind of Tass is an institution, right? It's a team. It's a team effort. A lot of people get credit for that. The cast and crew of Tass. Meanwhile, Benji just kind of finishing up in THI, and oh, this is going to be a close one. I was saying that Benji wants to see the inside of a level that Dwhatever has not yet left. Looks like he's barely going to make it.
Oh, this is going to be tight. Perhaps? Perhaps?
And
yeah, okay.
Gets it, yes. before the
Oh
fade
my
out.
god, he's done it.
That was
Okay.
a little closer than I would have hoped.
Good first star for Benji here, skipping that second wall kick.
And oh, D gets a bad end to that triple jump. Gonna have to reset a little bit here. And picks up a nice clean endgame to that snowman's head.
Benji, second log ball kick here, making it over. Oh, missing that wall kick there. It's a bit tricky, I guess, but usually don't see people bonk. Another good star for D. He is not showing any mercy right now.
I'm not gonna lie, I only just realized that Benji's game is in Japanese and that he did double pillarless with it. But I guess he does that every week.
Yeah,
And I notice it anew every week. Ooh, a little double jump kick strat from Dwhatever, the D special.
I guess I'll address. Oh, Dwhatever double jump kick, a deep freeze. Okay, that's a flex. All right. I'll briefly address version differences after Benji gets through TTM Reds, because he's also going for the Speed Kick double jump dive rollout strat, and he missed the red coin. I thought he was gonna die, but he's still alive. So I guess I can't.
Eliminated. Okay.
He's so like bold with this movement. All right.
That's
Good
something
backup.
like, yeah, that's something I notice about specifically about younger players is that they're very, very, very confident on their feet. That TTM Red's mistakes and backups are something that I would expect most people to get very nervous at. That was some very confident play I saw from him.
I guess so. Benji is definitely someone who is not he's not gonna let the game strike fear into his heart in any way, shape, or form. So I respect that at the very least. He's already he has finally finished TTM. Not gonna catch Dwhatever in Snowman's Land, but is gonna be about the whole stage behind, because Dwhatever is gonna be entering Hazy Maze Cave when Benji enters Snowman's Land.
But
Well,
on
a little
this
bit
base,
after,
they
'cause
will
of
be
the-
in TTC together,
Perhaps.
potentially. Of course, granted that Benji manages to keep up with Dwhatever's current movement, which is, quite frankly, off the chain.
Really good save for Snowman's Head. He had a really low slide, and the way that slope works, you can't slide for too long or you won't be able to wall kick. There's not very many good wall kick spots on the bridge, so he was kind of lucky to make it. Oh, ground pound. And wait, how did that happen? He like ground pounded into the corner and then bonked rather than falling straight. If you like ground pound the corner of something, I guess you can bonk on it, but that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think if you get that ground pound right off the right off the hit on the corner, you're still technically above the corner and you pound into it.
Yeah, this happens to me on blue coin switches fairly often, and
Oh, for sure, yeah.
maybe bumps or like HMC 100 if you practice that.
Like the most interesting part, of course, was diving into the bump into the ground pound. That was really cute. But Dwhatever just kind of blazing through here. Not much going wrong in his sector of the world.
I think this upstairs is good enough that this still,
I mean, this can. I'd say this can almost definitely 48.
No, I'm thinking about 47 here, because I think he could barely get it if he has a perfect tippy. I gotta see if he has rolling rocks left, which I believe is the last one. Okay, Benji can be entering HMC here after Dwhatever leaves, so pretty big gap.
Ooh,
Bad RNG. Yep.
And his backup movement, he manages not to get hit, but does have to circle that first star. Not quite the swag strats that Luigi has, where he was zigzagging through, but
That's
definitely
true.
priority is not to get hit.
So he exited at like a 39:03 or 4. So this is still potentially a 47 pace run. It does take a godlike tippy. But like for Dwhatever to get 46, this is about as good of a tippy as he would need on like a good run to clutch out a 46.
Yeah, just but for a few mistakes earlier in the run. But he is certainly on pace to absolutely crush this race, and with 47 is going to lock himself quite a few points with it.
And
But
reminder,
Tippy is just
race
starting.
world. Yeah, okay. Black 2 bounce. He got the glitchy wall kick. Instant pull grab, frame perfect. Instant double jump. Instant wall kicks. Instant noodles. Instant macaroni and cheese. With star-shaped macaronis.
And
Good stuff
instant
here.
gratification with that star in record time.
Okay. If you also want instant gratification and to earn a sub in like 5,000 hours of playing a game, you could also download Golf Clash and play that. Shoutouts to Onyx. I don't have the same magic for sponsor shoutouts, but I'll do what I can. Whatever, red coins. Hold on, I gotta cut you off. Cut you off. Oh, okay. Pretty good reds. I don't even know what I was going for there, but I like reds, and Dwhatever did pretty good. So I will tip my hat once again.
Honestly, I give that segue an A, so you've got it in my book. And
Okay.
Benji gonna be continuing on, gonna be picking up this amazing emergency exit. A little bit of
The
trouble,
Scuttlebug
but-
could have killed him.
Oh my god, the Scuttlebug. He's gonna be safe and kill that
Rage kill.
Scuttlebug now.
So,
Pressing A
reminder,
is the hardest part of this game.
that is true. When Punky got his 47.59 at pace, the world record was, I think, his 47.23, or maybe he didn't even get it yet, and it was still 47.31.
So
So,
still 47-31.
okay.
Oh no, Benji!
Barely
he got the wall
winning
kick,
the
but he
death
already
plane.
hit the death zone.
That's one of the stupid troll things in HMC that can happen. It's ridiculous. Alright, a perfect Rainbow Ride if he can get this ending for Dwhatever. Not gonna get it. A little bit of a grimace on his beautiful German, whatever, I don't know. I don't know where he's going with that. Dwhatever is a handsome man. Benji missing the wall kick. Yeah, Dwhatever, Kappa Pride, but entering TTC, still on 47 pace. And yeah, race world record is still 47.59, and the record has been lowered by quite a bit, so it might be the case where we get a few more race 47s over the course of this season. Will he be the one to provide the first? It seems like the most likely candidate for that kind of legendary status, but he hasn't done it yet. Can he do it today? It would take a super clutch CDC. This 100 coin is going great. We'll see if he goes for some of this hot movement here. Nice raw into the speed kick. That is a little bit of a time save. And the double jump dive. Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir. Lag reduction. Oh, but
And the
invis wall.
invis
That's actually going to just put 47 almost out of reach. That coin is not going to cooperate. He barely saves that. Can he still make it up? That's a really tough way to end that 100 coin because it was so good. What a backup from Benji, except he got kind of trolled again by this cheese block. Maybe they call it cheese block because you get cheesed. But that's a lot of time wasted for Benji. Going to be factoring into his points that he'll get at the end of this race.
I forget they call it a cheese block because it blocks cheese from getting PVs.
I guess. Although I can't think of a situation where it did.
And Dwhatever going to be headed up here into the moving TTC stars. It's like going to be starting up, going to be going top
man.
down.
Also, in Japanese players, fun fact, they have a different name for the cheese block, but they call it the name of like some kind of like egg dish or food.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
no, I've had that. And Benji having a little bit of trouble.
But but yeah, they have a different name.
Benji taking a bit of a death. That is not the intended strategy. You are supposed to indeed wall kick and not simply fall to your death. And
All
decided to opt not for glitchy wall kick this time.
Yeah. All right, nice
But, yeah.
Lacti bounce.
Good that he's comfortable with the regular Lakitu bounce. Certainly one of those strats where if you're doing glitchy wall kick, it might be difficult to not do glitchy wall kick, but it doesn't look like Benji has that problem.
Unfortunately, he missed the double wall kick, so gonna have to go for the comfy ledge grab.
Yeah. Do whatever picking up. Get a hand has 2 more. Looks like time stop starts to go. We'll be doing reds and time jumps on not so moving bars.
I think he's looking at the clock to see if he's on 47 pace. To get that, he would need... Oh, that's gonna ruin it! Dwhatever, just missing an A press. This game is punishing, and that's all it takes. At the start of a level, just pressing B and pressing A, not at the right time. That's all it takes to die and lose what would have been a race world record, potentially.
Yeah, I think that... Honestly, I think that 47 would have been... I don't even know if tall order describes it. I don't think it was necessarily possible. But, I don't know. I guess we'll see, depending on these reds. But certainly a heartbreaking way to lose time, for sure.
Well, if Baluster in the Sky can be done in just under 2 minutes, that means he would need to end this stage at a 46 flat or better.
Yeah.
And
And
this is...
dying in TTC and re-entering on moving time loses probably about, what, 15, 17 seconds?
Yeah, so I would say, like, missing the time jumps on moving bars
dang.
death because he had entered time
Yeah,
stop,
it
that would be
looks
like
like-
20.
Yeah,
So-
it looks like he probably
Maybe not
was
20,
within reach.
but at least 15, because that was a fast
Yeah.
death, but at least 15 seconds. So this would still
Yeah.
be 47 pace.
Like, yeah.
Oh, Benji,
Oh,
not a
that's
good angle for the wall kick. He almost kicked too far off the wall and died.
Yes, just answering your quick question, the red coins with moving platforms was actually done yesterday. I also am not quite sure by whom, but it was
Superviper did it as a backup. If you want to see
Yeah,
someone
Superviper.
actually do it as a main strat, Saxdale, also D2, funnily enough, is a nut and went for moving
Oh
reds.
my god, Benji. That
You
is
mean
the
Dwhatever?
scariest place.
Oh,
No,
Dwhatever
oh.
just died.
We were just watching 2 different screens. Yeah, Dwhatever just died, and Benji almost, was in a very precarious position. And misses a coin. That's the 3rd time I've seen someone do that kick back onto the platform. And now Dwhatever has to kind of, play. Oh no, Benji!
This is so rough. Where does he even go from here? He's trying
he's
to
gonna have to
lock
do-
the...
Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna...
yeah.
I think he fell too far. That's so weird! Oh, no, please!
no.
Please don't die! No, Benji. He's lost like a whole nother minute from that.
And the worst part is Dwhatever is kind of falling apart here in bits. Like, this is... He's making a few mistakes. He's taking a death. If Benji could just pick it up, he'd be able to get quite a few points, but he's got to lock it in.
He died with 92 coins.
That is the worst.
92. Somehow he didn't die there. You know, props for Benji to, like, you know, have some stones and just play through it, though. You know, like last season, he was, like, so heartbroken after a race. He can get out of this, but it's, like, really annoying. Oh, that's not how... Just jump and ledge grab is the best way. You can ledge grab on the cage if you just jump to the right. You can also clip into the cage and get the roll into the cage star. Okay. Kind of a tough situation. Dwhatever is still getting a 48-32.
Yeah, not particularly happy about that considering, but a 48-32, a formidable race time.
Definitely. I think that is better than Benji's PB as well. I do
Yeah.
forget what Benji's PB though is. I think it's like 48-32.
I think it's Benji, I think, has a 48-47, 48-42.
He's beaten that.
Oh, okay.
48-34 is what it is.
Oh, okay. All right. Not bad.
Yeah, just heartbreaking to see him like be pretty close in the beginning. You know, still be competitive in the mid game, but then just die in TTC 100 like twice and pretty much lose everything.
Yeah, that's really
He might
rough,
be able to get
and-
some points, but it's hard to even say that. It's hard to even say that for sure. He has to get a
yeah.
53. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
looking too
sure if he can, because it's 2 minutes once he gets out of TTC, and he's got another 3 minutes to go here, right? Another like 3.5, really. I'm wondering if it's even possible for him to finish less than 5 minutes after D.
We will see.
Yeah, I guess we will find out.
Yeah.
And it looks like Benji going to be entering here with
A lot of-
moving time.
A lot of personal growth for Benji though, because last season he was like so distraught after like one match that he played. Like he had to like take a break for like a week or two because it was just like so emotional. But now he's like able to just stick it out and keep looking up. So huge shout outs to him. He's only 14.
And he's like very the trend of improvement here already with the 48-34. And it looks like, yeah, this is looking pretty grim. Ah. And he's making some typey text. Like, I'm not sure. I don't think even Ouija had a 48-34 at this age, so definitely only upward from here. Not to mention, you know, the rest of our lives, you know,
True.
surely Dwhatever has his like YouTube stuff going on, and not everyone is doing this full time, and beyond that, still able to maintain like these top times, top contentions. Looks like Benji still laboring away, trying to get a finished run here, an admirable effort, hoping to see him get through it. Looks like he's going to pick up the pit and the pendulums.
Yeah.
And yeah, Benji not required to finish here. Dwhatever has completed the race, and if Benji does not want to finish, he will not be penalized for it, just simply will not get any points. But it looks like that's going to be the case anyway. So it's entirely up to him whether he wants to finish. Looks like he's opting to do that, and we're going to be seeing a Get a Hand come out. Get a Hand, one of my favorite stars at the most professional movement. Biggest time save for sure from the expert route.
Yeah.
And yeah, everything looking like Benji's going to be finishing up soon. Going to get some time jumps on moving bars, head on to those red coins, and face Bowser in the sky. So we are at the 4-minute mark, which means that, you know, unless he plays beyond task level, it is impossible for him to get pointed. And we're kind of blazing through. Looks like Benji, now that the pressure's off, picking up the pace and be able to lock it in. Certainly a good situation to be in at the very end. It's always good to end your run on a positive note.
Yeah. Good to
So,
see some
yeah.
chat support for Benji out here. I'm guessing Dwhatever's gone to bed, and usually we don't have any interviews for pre-recorded races, even if they are like still around.
Typically not. Usually, of course, especially because usually we pre-record races because runners don't have the availability anyway.
Yeah.
And looks like we are headed into a conversation with Toad. Very quick. But stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Not sure why you would use a dial on your computer.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
retro choice. But we've got plenty more action coming up.
I just have my N64 controller plugged into my keyboard, so like, you know, if I want to like expand the window, you know, I hit like L and R. If I want to like change the volume, I hold L and then use the analog stick, stuff like that. Very accessible.
Yeah, I have a wireless hub on my computer that's connected to a 1994 vintage JVC remote,
Okay.
and that's what I use to pretty much do everything. You know, I use the old phone code to type in website names. You know, I press like 444, and then www is like, what is it, 9? So I press like
Who knows?
6 9s, and
Okay. I'm with you on that.
yeah, for sure.
Shoutouts to Dwhatever for shouting out Benji.
Ooh, Benji, getting.
I mean,
mocked
that's
there.
no excuse for like the shoutout that I have. I have a vacuum tube pipe connecting my computer to a 19th century telegram where I use Morse code messages to code binary inputs into my computer to tell it what to do.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, that is actually like that's a level that is wholly inconceivable. I guess the closest thing that I can think of is that my laptop is actually connected to one of those early Industrial Revolution plants that was decommissioned, but is maintained in like Colonial Williamsburg as a museum. I've got a bit of an input in there, kind of an in into there, and I've got like a long cable that connects through the Atlantic Ocean and connects to that plant. And every now and then they'll reactivate it when the museum is closed, and I'll just power my laptop through there, and they'll control exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, Benji gets a 55.
I'm gonna call BS on that one. Everything else is real. That one though, I have a hard time believing.
Wow,
Good
that is
game
a
for Benji.
brave.
Insane job to finish the run. Bringing it back around to game-related content here on the commentary booth. Commentators like to get carried away here. Dwhatever gonna carry himself with 90 points. Benji gonna carry himself with a whole lot of dignity because what a performance for him finishing the run after all the stuff that happened in TTC. Hope you guys had a great time. We have another race, 2 more actually. It's gonna be Rock Talk versus Vyro next. I'm gonna be commentating with Hakase, and then at 9 o'clock in 2 hours, it is Cheese. Wait, 8 o'clock I guess. Cheese and Draws. So lots more to come. Hope you guys enjoyed.
In exciting action coming up, don't go anywhere. It's been a pleasure commentating with you, Bedronis, and I will see you all soon.
Same.